kind of a blend of amino acids, a peptide. And I also use arginine. Let's see if any other amino acids that might be of note. Those are the three basic amino acids I use. And then you can throw in whey protein. Carnitine, which is a peptide, that can also help too. And you can add all of these directly to your smoothie. But whey is the best, and then cracking a raw egg in there is also a good idea, and that'll get you plenty of protein, or even 2 raw eggs. That'll get you plenty of protein. For you guys who are gagging or rolling up your eyes or making faces about the idea of using raw egg in your smoothie, you should know that it is very, very delicious. You can't really taste the egg, but what you do get is a nice creamy quality to your smoothie, and the egg has lots of lecithin in there, which acts like an emulsifying agent and pulls all the oils and water together, so you can mix in essential fatty acids and coconut oil into your smoothie, and it'll blend in real nicely with the whey and the liquid portion of your smoothie, the water portion of your smoothie. So cracking a raw egg, using whey, using amino acids, these are all great ways to beef up the protein value of your liquid fasting. And, of course, bone soup. That's almost pure protein. Not pure protein, but the solid material in bone soup is mostly protein, or a large proportion of it is protein, so that's another great way to add liquid protein to your liquid fasting diet. I hope that helps. If I didn't answer your question, please call back tomorrow when you have a better connection. All right, Michigan. Let's go to Michigan and talk to Sharon. What's up, Sharon? Good morning.
Hey, Dan. How you doing?
Doing good. What's going on today?
Every time I listen to your program, I have more questions, but I'm only going to give you 2 today.
How about answers? Do you get answers too? I hope so.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely, but then they lead to more questions.
Okay, that's the way it goes. That's nothing wrong with that.
That's the way it goes. Okay, so I have a question about retinas, and then I have a question about cholesterol.
Okay, let's do the cholesterol one first.
You want to do that one first? I am on Zetia right now,
okay.
And because, I have 223 on my cholesterol levels.
Well, it's not a problem.
I want to get off the Zetia.
Well, Sharon, please don't take this personally, because I'm not picking on you here. But we have this idea that our cholesterol levels are somehow meaningful when it comes to heart disease. And we think that our cholesterol levels, and it's not just us, me and you, it's the medical community, feels like our cholesterol levels are so significant that it is worth taking a substance like Zetia, which is actually 2 drugs in one. It's actually a blend of drugs, as you know, to lower our cholesterol. This is a lie. This is a scam. This is a ripoff. This is, I don't even want to say it's stupidity. It's biochemical stupidity, clearly. But it's even worse than that. It's nefarious. Because drug companies know good and well that there's no link between shrinking your cholesterol levels or elevated cholesterol levels and heart disease, but they're so vested, there's so much industrial and economic and mercenary reasons for promoting this idea that they could care less about the science of it, they could care less about the health of it, they could care less about the fact that these drugs are poisonous, they could care less about the fact that you never want to suppress an essential biochemical process in the body in the interest of health, maybe in the interest of money, but not in the interest of health. On the other hand, cholesterol is an absolutely critical substance. It's a vital substance, as we've talked about ad nauseum, and I'm not going to beat a dead horse here. But I will say this about cholesterol. There's a reason why cholesterol manufacturing, cholesterol production in the body goes awry. For some reason or another, the body is under this delusion that it thinks that it's growing and building and repairing more than it really is. And this is because of insulin. And we've said this so many times in the past. If you want to lower your cholesterol, Sharon, drop your insulin. If you want to drop your insulin, reduce your intake of insulin-spiking foods, and that's primarily sugary breads and pastas. And I saw a commercial the other day for Raisin Bran. They had the nerve to say that Raisin Bran is a heart-healthy food, because I couldn't believe what I was listening to. It's the worst thing you could do for your cardiovascular system is eat Raisin Bran. Not the worst, but among the worst things. Why? Because Raisin Bran is raisins and sugar and bran, all of which spike and raise your insulin. Now, you might get a little bit of fiber in the bran, but aside from that, you've got a prime insulin-spiking food, which will jack up your cholesterol. You guys, when you lower your insulin, not only will your cholesterol levels drop like a stone without drugs, but you'll lose weight. Your blood pressure will drop. Your degenerative diseases and your inflammatory diseases will start to decrease. The symptoms will start to decrease. You'll live longer. You'll think better. You'll reduce the likelihood of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. You'll have more energy. The list of the benefits without drugs, including lowering your cholesterol, is as long as your arm. And it's all simply by restricting your insulin, reducing your caloric intake, and especially around insulin-spiking foods. You don't need any drugs to do it. There's never, I'm telling you this as a registered pharmacist who's been doing this for 30 years, studying medicine since 1983. There's not one single prescription drug that can make the claim that it improves your health in any way, shape, or form. Period. End of story. The logic of using a poison substance, which is what a prescription drug is doing, I'm not being dramatic, it's literally a poison substance. The logic of using a poison substance to improve health it only makes sense to a company, a business entity or business enterprise that is profiting off of that logic. Otherwise, it makes zero sense at all, and you don't need those prescription drugs. Lower your cholesterol naturally, safely, and kindly to your body simply by reducing your intake of fast, insulin-spiking foods, fast-burning sugars, and that, of course, is grains and pasta and rice and potatoes and processed foods of all kinds. And thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Sharon, anything else? Oh, you want to talk about retinas? Look, ask me real quick.
I have a retinopathy that is progressive in stages.
It's all part of the same. It's all part of the same story. And I don't want to.
Thought so.
You know, it's all the same deal. Your body is without don't want to be too dramatic here, but your body's basically falling apart. When the tissue starts to degrade, you've got inflammation and stuff is falling apart. Lowering your cholesterol, lowering your intake of insulin and fast burning sugars is probably a good strategy there too. There's more I could tell you, Sharon. If you want to call back tomorrow, we can spend more time talking about that. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate all letter writers and all the kind words you're saying on Facebook as well. We will continue our discussion on fasting and maybe touch on keratin and cysteine tomorrow as we continue talking about connective tissue on the bright side. Thanks for listening, folks. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Self-reliance, survival supplies, survival skills, national experts. Get it all at the only free-to-attend national event exclusively for preppers. This spring in Tulsa, it's the National Preppers and Survivalist Expo, a must-be-there event presented by American Living. This massive expo will include special guests, David Mays from Nat Geo's Doomsday Preppers, plus GCN's own Dr. Joel Wallach via live video conference. Hear Dr. Bones, Nurse Amy, and members of the American Prepper Network, along with many other leading national experts. Learn life-saving tips, CPR, how to handle crisis situations, walk through a bomb shelter, and much, much more. 2 big days, April 5th and 6th at the Tulsa Expo Square in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's April 5th and 6th. Doors open at 9 a.m. with absolutely free admission. Don't miss the National Preppers and Survivalists Expo, America's largest emergency preparedness event. Get your free tickets now. NPSExpo.com. That's NPSExpo.com.
American gardeners and fellow patriots, make the right choice with your money, time, and your family food supply. Choose 100% pure heirloom seeds in the Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com. Why spend more? The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com is only $37.95 and includes 20 varieties of pure, hardy, easy-to-grow heirloom seeds. Yes, only $37.95. That's 70% less than our competitors. You could buy 3 Survival Seed Vaults for less than one of theirs. The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com includes detailed planting and seed-saving instructions and ships same day. Plus, all orders over $49 ship free. MyPatriotSupply.com is American-owned by patriots like you, passionate about freedom and preparedness. Call now, 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Or discover more emergency preparedness items when you order at MyPatriotSupply.com. Choose the original. Choose the Survival Seed Vault at MyPatriotSupply.com.